Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Now today I'm doing some preparation for the beams that are going to hold up this main support beam. So we've got two posts and a beam going on top, but before I can get those in and fitted, I need to work on this area here. So this section of timber has got to come out. Now I extended the sole plate of the framework out because I wanted it to be flexible so I could cut it off exactly where I needed it. So we've cut through there. I'm now taking this out. We've got the footing already underneath here, ready to take the post. This is quite a big piece of wood, and it took quite a bit of effort to get this far. So what I'm doing is pre-drilling down and then splitting it with a hammer and chisel so we don't damage any of the surrounding. Now I could have left this timber in and set the post on top, but the dimensions were slightly different because I beefed up the post. This was 175 and the post was 200, so it was a bit of an overhang. And I thought, you know what, it's not ideal to sit them on that. It would last a lot longer if it was straight on the foundation. But yeah, I thought I'd get it out a lot easier than what I did. Anyway, let's have a look. It's not far from going. Just try splitting it. Nearly there. That's the one. We've just got to clean this edge up now. So what I plan to do now is get a nice strong mix and set some slate here. Do the same the other end as well. That way the slate will stop any damp penetrating into the base of the post. I'm going to do the same here. We'll get rid of the acros. I'm going to start planning out how to get these posts in. They've got to be worked, they've got to be sanded and cut before we can bring them over. Didn't want to do it in here because the likelihood is we'd tread on the edge of the tiles and start damaging the floor. So let's head over to the barn outside. Now this is the main one that I want to work on. This is the one that's going underneath our main load bearing support beam in there. Need to clean up both sides, much easier to do out here before we fit it. The posts I'm not so much worried about because they can be sanded and that in situ, but this one's going to be a bit more difficult because it'll be upside down. Let's go and get my wire brush attachment, set my generator up and get this cleaned up. Now it's always good for me this time of year to get my generator out, make sure it functions properly first time, because we do quite often actually get some power cuts, and I've had this running a few days before, and you know, it keeps things going like the refrigerator and things like that, the internet. So it's vitally important. So always drain it of petrol, so we'll top that up. And sometimes before you fill the tank up, just put some in it and have a quick look round at some of the pipes, because sometimes they perish. No, it looks okay. Always good to have a backup like this. I've had this for 20 years, I think. Never let me down, touch wood. Just turn it over slightly, get the oil round. Give it a whirl. Well, it runs. Let's try this. I better go and get a mask on. Now what I've done with this, I tried to plug it straight into the generator and it kind of didn't handle it too well, so I passed that through the EcoFlow. It started charging the EcoFlow, which is good, so when I'm not using it, it's still charging that, so the generator ain't running for nothing. But it just operated perfectly through that, so that was the setup. I do need a mask. Right. That's better. Right, I might have to do a voiceover on this. Can't hear me through this, can you, very easily? Now I'm only looking to do a light clean up. I don't want to strip it back so it looks brand new. These are aged, and yeah, I want to keep the character so it matches in with all the other timber work inside the cottage. So this machine, it cleans, it doesn't strip it right back. It's not a sander, it's a wire brush head on there. So it's just getting rid of all the dirt, and it does lift the grain, so a real good machine for this purpose. Well, those petrol generators are reliable, but they are a little noisy. But we're charging up the EcoFlow, so that's a bonus. And it's good to get it fired up, make sure everything's okay with it. Ooh, right, that's the header beam sanded down. Made light work of it. They really were dirty, you know, they've been outside for a few years. You know, they're always doing these wood yards, so it's good to strip back all that muck and grime. No splinters now when we handle them, although we will have gloves on. Now, my next problem is I'm on my own today. Tom's out busy with work, don't know when he's coming back, so what I'll probably do is carry on with the sanding, get those two posts sanded up. In the meantime, you can check in on the cats, see if they're being good or not. Well, that certainly has done the job. No sign of Tom yet. Must check my phone. Let's take a look at the beams that we've polished up or cleaned up compared to the other one. This is the one that needs to be cleaned up. You can see this, you start to see all the natural grain, smooth to the touch. That little machine really has done a treat on here. So yeah, well pleased with those. Okay, well, Tom won't be back in time to help me lift these in. I've still got to cut and measure them, so I think for this video, it's as far as I can go. Bye for now.